Class will start in 3 minutes. I'm just getting this set up to make sure that you guys are able to see me. If you are struggling to hear me or see me, send me a text or call me 707-813-1193, and let me know if the chair is far enough away from the camera. We are going to be doing some standing in today's class. It's going to be challenging but fun. So, a couple more minutes. I recommend leading up to class. If you have a yoga mat, get your yoga mat out. Putting your chair on your yoga mat is really great because it keeps your chair from sliding or moving around when you're pressing against it. Also, if you have access to any props like a block, yoga block, or a strap, that can be really helpful in class. And if you don't have those things, you can just use a cushion or whatever else. You can use a belt if that helps you in some of your poses. So, a couple more minutes. I'm gonna grab some water. Make sure I've got enough water. And we'll start. Couple more seconds. For those of you guys who are tuned in, thank you for joining me on the first YouTube class. I think you're going to really enjoy these classes. I've been teaching seniors yoga for a while. Just because I say seniors yoga does not mean you have to feel intimidated or feel like this isn't meant for you, because I've had folks in all ages join the classes and love it. However, these classes are designed to be very gentle on the joints and easier in such that you're not getting up and down off the ground as much at all. So, okay. So it is 5:30 and we're gonna start. So if you got your chair ready, go ahead and set it up. So just to preface these different things. So in this chair yoga class, when I say come into a neutral position, I just mean to come into a seated position up towards the edge of your seat. You want both of your butt bones planted firmly, not leaning out to one side or the other. Neutral position means that your feet are set up so that your knees are coming straight out from the hips and your knees are directly above your ankles, okay? Now, let's all come into the neutral position. Feel your butt bones grounding you down. And then let's lift up from the pelvis, hold the shoulders back, elevate up through the top of the head. Gently rest the hands on the thighs so your elbows are softly resting next to your rib cage. Close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths. We always enter the yoga practice with mindfulness, and we arrive to the moment, leaving everything else that's going on in our life, leave it outside the room. So go ahead and settle into your practice, taking a few deep breaths. As you inhale, feel that cool air coming through the nostrils, feeling your ribs expand. And as you exhale, feel the temperature of the air leaving your nostrils a little bit warmer. Feel your ribs contracting in. A couple more deep breaths, just like that. Try to slow down, bring yourself to the practice. And notice if you're holding any tension. Notice your energetic state that you're bringing to the practice with you. And try to let go of whatever's going on in your life, letting it kind of melt away as you exhale. Often people feel like they want to rush through this part of the practice, and really this is fundamental to yoga. Yoga is built around your breath. So I want you to really take this serious, focusing deep, inviting the breath further down into the belly, feeling it expand in the pelvic floor. Go ahead and soften any tension you're holding in the face, down through the neck and the shoulders. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. 2 more. One more deep, slow, full inhale. Exhale it all the way out. Let's begin. All right, so let's shake the arms out. Get the body ready. All right, so we're going to roll the thumbs back to open the shoulder joint. Inhaling the arms up. And then just exhale, bring it down to your heart center. Inhaling out and up. Exhaling to center, knowing that you're bringing it down to that place where all of your practice comes from, the heart. Inhaling out and up. Exhaling to the heart. One more time. Inhale out and up. Let's bring those arms back alongside the ears. Point the tailbone back and look towards the sky. Now don't pinch in the back of your neck. So you want to keep the back of the neck really long, elevating up through the top of the head and gazing skyward. Take a few deep breaths. Feel your belly pulled in, just toning the stomach slightly. Keep the lowest ribs down. Engage the core. One more deep breath. As you exhale, bend from the hips. Bring your arms up high behind you. Tuck the chin. Inhale, lift back up. Arms come overhead. And exhale to the heart. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, bend from the hips. Bring your arms up high behind you. Tuck the chin. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale to the heart. One more time. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, bend from the hips. Bring your arms up high behind you. Try to lift the belly up off the thighs. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Gentle bend in the elbows. And tuck the chin just enough that you're really long through the back of the neck. Hold it and breathe. Now you want to activate your legs. So you want to grip the floor with your toes and draw your legs towards your feet to really get the thighs engaged. Let's take one more deep breath. And as you exhale, drape the ribs over your thighs. Release the back of your neck. Let your head hang and breathe. Now, releasing the back of your neck, your head should be heavy. You should be holding very little tension to no tension in the body. Use these breaths to really maximize the stretch in your back, feeling your breath travel down the spine. Get in touch with your breath. We so often lose touch with that life-giving force. So you want to feel the breath moving all the way down your back and really get back in touch with the sensations that it gives you. If you feel your thighs are uncomfortable against the rib cage or the belly, just widen the thighs out a little bit. Let the body soften down in. Let's take 2 more deep breaths, going into an even softer, deeper state. One more. Exhale it all the way out. And inhale, coming up with a strong flat back. Arms come overhead. Exhale to the heart. Good. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, turning to the left. Hands come down to the thigh. Inhaling back up to center. Exhaling out to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale out to the left. Feel your core engage as you do these movements. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. And inhale back up to center. Bring it down to Anjali Mudra, right at the heart. Good. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring that right knee in. Right hand on the knee, left hand on the ankle. Pull it in tight. Inhale to open up. Exhale, bring that left knee in. Right hand on the ankle. Pull it in tight. Now pay attention at any point in the class if you need to just slow down or pause, whatever you need to do, but pay attention that you're being really mindful in your body. Nothing is hurting you. One of the ways we do that is we practice good alignment. So let's make sure our butt bones are firmly planted. We're not rolling onto the sacrum, not rolling onto the back. Keep your butt bones down as you pull that knee in. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, bring that right knee in. Keep the spine long. Inhale to open. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Inhale up. Exhale, pull it in. Wring out your digestion. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze it in. One more time on each side. Inhale and exhale. Good. Pull it in tight. Now we're going to let the knee drop out to the side and put that right ankle up on the left knee. If your knee is too high, you can stretch your foot out, reach the foot out a little bit on the left side. That's going to lower the knee. And if you need variations on that, if you have bad knees, go ahead and just drop the ankle down to cross like so. Okay, good. So we're going to bring the ankle up onto the knee. Go ahead and press out into that right knee with the elbow. Sitting up tall, keep a nice flat back. Heart is open, shoulders are back. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, slowly begin to lean in. Now, depending on your body type, maybe you can just fold into this pose and you've got really open hips. But for most of us, we're going to need to go really slow, take it in stages. So we're going to come into the pose, keep the right toes drawn back towards the knee to protect the knee. You're going to be pressing out, slowly leaning in. If you notice that it just feels too easy, then challenge yourself by pulling the shoulders back a little bit more, pointing the tailbone back behind you, and then again, leaning in. Take your time. Now these hip openers, they are really intense. So I'm not going for intense right now. I want you just to warm up your hips a little bit for the future poses that we're going to go into. Take a couple deep breaths. Maybe close your eyes as you give your body permission to relax. Let's all take one more deep breath. Exhale into the pose. Inhale back up to center, reaching behind that right knee. Then roll that knee out, both directions. Take your time. Good. Plant your right foot. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, bring that left knee in, squeeze it in tight, and then drop the knee out to the side. Bring that left ankle up onto the right knee. Again, if you want to keep, if it's too intense in the hips or the knee, go ahead and extend that right leg to kind of lower the balance in the hip, okay? So sitting up nice and tall, drawing the toes back towards your bent knee. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, shoulders back, start to bend from the hips. Now the tendency is that we kind of just collapse into these poses, so you really want to be mindful. You're pressing out into that left knee, keeping the shoulders back and the heart up and lifting. Maybe close your eyes, softening into the pose. Giving your body permission to relax. Again, we're not trying to force the body into anything. This is really early in the practice, so we're just gently going into this pretty intense pose. Two more deep breaths. Exhaling in a little bit deeper. One more. Exhale it all the way out. And inhale back up. Go ahead and reach behind that left thigh. Roll that knee out. Both directions. Take your time. Good. And then bring the feet back to center. Good. So let's just kind of move the hips out a little bit. Reset the hips. Out. Plant the left foot in the neutral position. We're going to extend the right foot forward. Draw the toes back towards the knee. Feel the kneecap fully come into the femur. You want that joint to somewhat lock, right? Don't hyperextend through the back of the knee, but pull it in. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Keep the lowest ribs down. The tendency is we overlift and we arch in the lower back, which hurts the lower back. So pull your belly muscles in, protect your lower back. We're going to take a deep breath and then exhale, lift that leg up. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift it up and hold it. Hold it. Keep drawing the toes back in. Keep that leg nice and long and straight. Lift up as high as you can for one more deep breath, and exhale down. Good. All right. Plant the right foot, extend the left leg, draw the toes back. Same thing on this side. So you can take whatever arm variation you want. This time we're going to bring the arms up and create cactus arms. So the arms are back, elbows are at shoulder height. Okay, pay attention to that front knee, keep the ankle right beneath the knee. So we're going to take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift that leg up. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep the length in your spine. Don't collapse in your lower back. Inhale and exhale to hold it. Keep those elbows back at shoulder height. One more deep breath and exhale down. Good job. So we're going to scoot the butt all the way back. I'm hoping you guys are doing a good job. I've never taught a class like this. All right, so scoot your butt all the way back. You're going to plant your hands next to your hips. And you're doing this to not pull down, so not compressing the spine. You're doing this to press away from your chair, okay? So we're going to extend the legs. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the legs up. Draw the toes back. Your hands can stay on your chair, pressing away from your chair, or you can bring the arms up. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, reaching forward slightly. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward, pulling the belly button in. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Feel your quads really engaged, bringing some heat into the body. Exhaling in. One more time. Inhaling back and exhale. Let the feet come down. Good. So we're really warming up these key core muscles in the body so that we can start to activate and get moving. So come into that neutral seated position. Scoot your butt forward to the edge of your seat. Plant your feet. We're going to do some cat-cows, seated cat-cows. So go ahead and point the tailbone back. You'll notice the difference with me. If I scoop my tailbone, it looks like this. If I point the tailbone back, it makes me open the heart a bit, okay? So as we inhale and exhale, let your hands slide free. We're going to inhale, pull those elbows back, open the heart, look towards the sky, soften the belly. And then as you exhale, start with the belly, pull it in, scoop the tailbone, dip your chin, and feel your heart slide back between your shoulder blades. And inhale, reverse. And exhale. I want you guys to close your eyes and really make this practice your own. Most of you guys are at home alone, but if you're with somebody else, don't hesitate to really get funky with your practice, because the more you can own the practice, the more you're going to get out of it. Nice deep breathing, exhaling it all the way out, inhaling completely. 2 more. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale it all the way out. And inhale back up to center. Good. So we're going to bring the ankles and knees together. Men generally struggle with this more than women. So if you tend to struggle keeping your thighs, your inner thighs and your knees squeezed together, then go ahead and use a block, okay? I do not need one, but if you need one, use it. So we're going to bring your ankles and knees together, okay? Sit up nice and tall. We're going to use 90% core, 10% arms. So we're going to slowly turn out to the left side. Keep looking for that height in your practice. People tend to kind of collapse in the spine. We want you to be lifting up as you twist. Decompress your spine. So the right hand comes to the knee, anywhere from the knee to the inside of the thigh, outside of the thigh. Left hand can be on the hip or the back of the chair. So you're pressing away from your chair. We're going to inhale up. As you exhale, begin to twist. Looking out over that left shoulder, eyeballs look to the left corner of the eye sockets, giving your optical nerve a little stretch. So yoga is holistic. It's focusing on every part of the body. So as you inhale, grow taller. As you exhale, twist in a little bit deeper. We're really trying to use the breath to wring out the digestive system and use the breath to create more mobility in the spine. So inhale, growing taller. Exhaling in a little bit deeper. 1 more deep breath. Exhaling into the pose, engage your core fully, and then inhale back to center and just kind of roll it out. Roll it. All right, same thing on the other side. So sitting up nice and tall, 90% core engagement, 10% arms. I say that because I don't want people over torquing and injuring themselves. So if you start to twist in and you go, oh, I could go a little bit deeper by just forcing it with my arms, we're not doing that. That is definitely how you're gonna get hurt. So sit up nice and tall, pull the shoulders back, let them melt down from the ears, begin to twist. Left hand is on the knee, right hand is either on the hip or behind the hip on the butt, on the chair. You're gonna sit up nice and tall, and as you exhale, begin the twist, looking out over the right shoulder. Eyeballs look to the right corner of the eye sockets. So you want to breathe all the way down into your root. Feel your butt bones grounding you down. Feel the base of your feet, the foundation of your body, holding you down as you twist in a little bit deeper. Inhale, growing taller. Exhale, twisting in. One more deep breath. Exhaling into the pose. And inhale back to center, rolling the shoulders out. Take your time. You guys would not believe how hot it is here for early April. It's like 80 degrees outside, and I'm already starting to sweat. So, all right, here we go. So we're gonna interlace the fingers, palms facing forward. Keep the ankles and knees together. We want to really feel our core engaged during this part of the practice. So we're gonna inhale forward and up, and then exhale, release your hands. Keep the knees and thighs squeezed together. Let the arms come all the way down. Interlace the fingers, switch up the lacing of your fingers. It's good for the brain. We're gonna inhale forward and up. Exhale, pull it apart and release. Let the arms float down. Two more. Inhale forward and up. Exhale, pull it apart. Let the arms come down. Switch the lacing. Inhale forward and up. Exhale, pull it apart. Come all the way down. Roll the shoulders out. Take your time. Good. So we're going to keep the ankles and knees together for a little bit more. If you're starting to get trembly or whatever, you can use a block or something. It takes some inner thigh engagement. So, all right. Go ahead and interlace the fingers. Bring the hands behind the head. Now your thumbs should kind of cradle the back of your neck. Otherwise, your hands can come all the way down to the neck, right? So we're going to come into this nice position, hold the shoulders back, engage your shoulder blades, pulling them together and down the spine. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Those muscles that you use to stop peeing, right? The muscles that if you're taking a pee and someone says, here comes the police, those are the muscles you want to be engaging right now. So pull the elbows back, engage your core. We're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Shoulders are firmly down the back, elbows are back. You can get as much out of this practice as you want to. So challenge yourself. I encourage you to always seek that edge without overdoing it. Couple more. Keep lifting up through the top of the head. We're not compressing the spine. One more. Exhale it all the way out. And inhale back to center. Let the legs come back to that neutral position. Good. So let's roll the shoulders out real quick. Kind of bring some softness back into the shoulders. All right. So in the neutral position, your butt should be up near the edge of your seat. We're going to roll the shoulders back to open the shoulder joint. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend from the hips. Bring the arms up high behind you. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bend in. 5 more. Inhale. And exhale. Strong core engagement. Inhale. And exhale. Pull the belly button up away from your ribs. Inhale up. Exhale in. One more. Inhale up. Exhale in. Roll those shoulders onto your back. Notice the difference between this and this. So roll the shoulders back. Open your heart. Tuck the chin so that you're long through the back of the neck. You want a straight, strong line of energy from the top of your head to the tip of your tailbone. Good. Take a couple more deep breaths, engage your legs. One more. As you exhale, let the body kind of soften. On the inhale, we're going to stand. So make sure your knees stay in line with your toes as you come up. Inhaling up and exhale, coming all the way back down. Good. We're going to do quite a few of these. So go to a pace that feels comfortable for you. You don't have to keep up. Feet are hip width apart. So normally I'm not going to give as much breakdown of the poses, but because it's the first classes, I want to do this for you. So the feet are hip width apart, and the knees are coming out from the hips, okay? As you stand up, people often, the knees will sway to the weaker side of their body. So I want you to be really mindful that you engage your core, right? Keep the belly engaged, pulled into the spine, and keep the knees tracking with the toes. All right, so we're gonna bring the arms back. On the inhale, we're gonna stand, and then exhale, coming all the way down. Arms can do whatever you want. I like to swing it to just emphasize the standing. Exhaling down. Couple more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Try to come down with lots of control. Make sure the knees are tracking with the toes. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Last one. Inhaling up. Let's bring the arms out in front of us. Palms up. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to start sticking the butt back. Roll the weight into the heels. Ground down through the heels. And slowly sit in. So we're going to come into kind of a modified chair pose. So keep the shoulders back. If you notice that your lower back overarches in chair, reach the tailbone down slightly. Protect your lower back. So we're going to come into it a little bit deeper. Feel your quads starting to warm up. Stay with it. If your breath is getting out of control, bring it back to your focus on your breath. Should be slow inhale, slow exhale. It's so easy to let the breath get out of control. And yoga really teaches us these lessons like once you're starting to feel stressed, take a moment, take a breath. One more deep inhale, sit in a little bit deeper. Come all the way down. Good. Then shake the leg out a little bit. Both legs. Good. All right. So up near the edge of your seat, in the neutral position, we're going to walk the feet forward about 6 inches. Hands are on the sides of the chair. Now, this pose can be somewhat challenging for some people, so I want you to be really safe in your body. All we're doing, keeping a little bend in the elbows. As you inhale, we're just lifting up, weight onto the feet, just like so. And then exhaling back down. That's it. Now, that's the foundation of the pose. If you want to go a little bit further, roll the shoulders back. Keep the shoulders back. Engage your upper spine, upper back. As you inhale to lift the hips. And exhale all the way down. Good. So we're going to do about 5 of these. So if you're doing just the basic pose, go ahead and inhale, lift it up. This is a really good pose. There's nothing basic about it. Feel good in your body. Take a deep breath and then exhale. Come back down. Good. Inhale back up. And exhale back down. And if you want to push it further, you can inhale up. Keep those shoulders back as you lift the hips, looking back. And exhale down. Lots of control. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. We're going to hold this for a second. So inhale up and hold it. Hold it. Feel your chest open to the sky. Little bend in the elbows so you're using your muscles, not your bones, to hold yourself up. Stay with it. If your hips are lifted into the air, really pull yourself towards your feet. Looking back. Let's all take 2 more deep breaths. One more. And exhale. And plant the butt. Good. Neutral position. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend from the hips. Arms come up high behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tuck the chin. Strong, straight spine. One more. Inhale to lift. Exhale in and hold it. So same thing. Strong, straight line from the tip of your head to the top, tip of your tailbone to the top of your head. Really roll those shoulders back. Take a couple deep breaths, engage your quads, keep them in line with your ankles and your toes. One more deep breath. Start to exhale, relaxing. On the inhale, we're going to stand. Inhale to rise. Exhale, slowly coming down. Take your time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pay attention to your knees. Make sure they track with your toes. I just realized you guys can't see me as I stand. Inhale up. Might not be avoidable. Oh well. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Lots of control. Last one. Inhale up. This time we're going to bring the hands forward. Pointer fingers point, just like so. Like you got yourself a gun, right? All right. Now you're going to start to sit your butt back. Pay attention to those knees. We're going to sit in nice and deep till you feel the quads engaged. Now, this can be at whatever height feels good to you. Your hands are counterbalancing. Weight is in the heels. Okay, you want to keep your knees as far back as possible. Take a couple deep breaths, and let's not be stagnant. So let's bring a little movement into it. Sway the hips side to side. Bring it back to neutral. Maybe sit in a little bit deeper. See if you can bring some movement to that. A lot of quad engagement, these big muscles that keep us standing, keep us moving. Come back to neutral. One more deep breath. Let's slowly reach the arms up overhead. Protect your lower back. Keep your belly pulled into your spine. Take one more deep breath and exhale. Come on down. Good. Shake the legs out. Good. All right. Plant the feet hip width apart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, pull it in tight. Same thing that we've done before. Inhale up. Exhale, left leg lifts. Pull it in tight. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more on each side. Last one. Inhale up and exhale. Good. So we're going to stand up for the last half of the class. We've warmed up our body pretty well. So we're going to turn to face the chair. If you guys need to flip your chair around, do whatever you need to do so that you can see the camera and still practice safely. I'm going to turn my chair just like so that it's easy to see. All right. So we're going to plant the left foot. Toes are just between the legs of the chair. And we're going to go ahead and grab onto your chair. Step the right foot back, nice and deep. So you got your chair for support. So make sure to really practice challenging yourself in these poses. So come into a nice deep lunge. The back knee is lifted. It's not sinking down like this. You really want to lift it up and drive that back heel down. It doesn't have to touch the floor though, okay? So now the tendency is that our hips kind of get cockeyed and they want to shift back with that extended leg. I want you to draw that hip forward and suck that hip crease on the left side back to really flush your hips, okay? So you've got your chair. Go ahead and pull it in a little closer to the shin if you need it. We're going to inhale up and then exhale with control all the way back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down and take a moment. Just pause there for a second. If you can, kind of wiggle your toes even further back. See if you can go a little deeper in the practice. You'll find that throughout the practice, as your body becomes more warmed up and limber, you can go deeper in these poses, okay? So here we go. We're going to inhale up. Keep that back knee lifted. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale up and hold it. Hold it. Breathing deep. Stay focused on your breath. If you notice you're leaning out over that thigh, engage that right butt cheek. Straighten that leg out, firm your butt up, reach your tailbone down between your legs to protect your lower back, and reach those arms back. Stay with it. Challenging your balance, engaging your core strength. One more deep breath, and exhale down. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. So we're going to step the right foot forward, left foot back. Again, I'm not going to go as deep when I first come to the pose. I mean, I could, but the reason why you want to take it in stages is because you don't want to hurt yourself, okay? So once you come into the pose, go and scoot your chair up so it touches the shin. You got better support under your shoulders. All right, so firm up that back leg. Don't let it sink. Firm it up. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. Lots of control. Inhale up. Pay attention to the hips. Want to sink that right hip crease back and pull that left hip forward. Flush your hips with your chair. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And give it a breath. Then wiggle the back toes further back if you can. Again, reaching the heel towards the ground, but it doesn't have to touch. All right, here we go. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, strong core, lifting up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale to lift and hold it, breathing deep. Pull your shoulders onto your back and down. Keep it away from the ears. If you notice that you're leaning over your thigh, firm up that left butt cheek, reach the tailbone down, bring your rib cage right above the hips. One more deep breath and exhale. And dive in and walk the feet back up together. Shake it out. Maybe you got it. Good. All right. So we're going to plant the left foot and step the right foot back about 1.5 feet. Now, everybody is different, so if you need to adjust poses at home, do whatever feels right in your body. Make sure it feels safe for you, okay? So here we go. We're going to stand up nice and tall. Make sure your feet are on railroad tracks, and that means, if your feet are on a tightrope, if your feet are in line with each other, you're going to feel really wobbly. But if you just widen the foundation of your stance, you're going to feel much more supported, right? You're going to feel much more grounded and centered. All right, so hands on the hips. Let's reach the butt back. Yeah, point the tailbone back. Keep the shoulders back. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, bend from the hips, slowly coming in. Pay attention to the legs. We want to keep them straight as we come down in, but not hyperextended, right? The difference between straight legs like this and locked out legs like that is a big difference, and it can really hurt your joints, okay? So we're going to come into the pose. If your chair doesn't feel like it's supportive right now, you can move it however you need it so it feels safe. We're going to plant the right hand. Keep the hips from shifting with you. Roll that right shoulder onto your back. Protect the shoulder. We're going to inhale, opening out to the left side. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, come on down. Plant the left hand. Splay the fingers wide. Engage that shoulder into the socket. Inhale out to the right side. And on the exhale, come on down. Inhale to the other side. And exhale down. Inhale to the right. Exhale down. Inhale to the left and hold it. Pull that right shoulder onto your back. Pull the left hip back. Straight, strong legs. Try to create as much distance between your shoulders, widening the collarbones. You can look down towards the floor. You can look up towards the ceiling. Whatever feels right to you. Feel the stretch in the hip, the outside of the leg. Drive that back heel down into the earth. One more deep breath. And then exhale the hand down and inhale to the right for one deep breath. And exhale down. Bring the back foot forward. Go and stand up. Shake the legs out one more time if you need to. Plant the right foot. Step the left foot back, same thing. So we're gonna come into a nice standing position with a wide stance in the feet. So you've got lots of support. I'm gonna straighten the legs out most of the way without locking them out, right? Shoulders are back, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, bend from the hips. Heart stays lifted. Good. So you're gonna plant the left hand, and then you're gonna inhale, opening out to the right side. Make sure to keep that left shoulder strong and engaged, not slumping in the shoulders. And on the exhale, come on down. Notice my hips. One thing that's really important is that people tend to kind of let the hips shift with them. I want you guys to be really mindful of engaging your core, right? Your support, your foundation, and keeping it from moving with you. Maybe that doesn't mean you can open up as far, but that's okay. You're gonna get more out of the practice. So plant your right hand and inhale, opening out to the left side. Exhaling it down. Inhale to the right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Plant that hand, splay the fingers wide, and inhale, opening out to the right side. Keep the hips engaged, core is engaged, lifting out through the top of the head. You can look down or up towards the ceiling, whatever feels right in your neck. Stay with it. Feel the belly pulled in. Feel the outside of the hip, outside of the leg, stretching and then lengthening out. One more deep breath, reaching up as high as you can, and then exhale that hand down. Inhale, opening out to the left side. Hold it for one deep breath. Exhale down. Step the back leg forward and come on up. Good. So I'm going to put my chair back into the position it was in before. I'm going to come to the back of my chair. Okay. So I want you guys to come to the back of your chair. Make sure that you have some distance behind you, right? Like I'm likely going to kick my plants, but I kick my plants all the time. So, all right. So go ahead and make a nice firm leg, ground down through your left foot. We're going to bring the right foot back. I'm going to turn slightly so you guys can see. So you're going to kick your right foot back, pointing the toes. Yep. Now your chair can be anywhere that feels supported. If you want to bring it, the closer your chair is to you, the more supportive it is. Okay. So gentle bend in your standing knee. We're not locking that knee out. We're using our muscles. All right. So we're going to inhale, lift that leg up. And then exhale, pull it in to the right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Keep the heart lifted. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale it in. A couple more. Feel the back of the leg and the butt muscles, the lower back, all engaging. Squeeze your core in as you squeeze that knee up. Inhale back. Exhale in. One more time. Inhale back and hold it. Now, we're going to challenge ourselves to balance here. So if you're using your chair, I recommend you come up on fingertips touching your chair. Remember, lots of strength in that leg, not locking the leg, but gentle bend in the knee. All right, so come up onto fingertips. Maybe you've got 2 fingers on each hand touching your chair. Let's challenge ourselves. Come up onto 1 finger on each hand. And if that's easy, go ahead and bring 1 hand to the heart. And if it's still not challenging enough, bring both hands to the heart. Let's take 1 more deep breath. Keep that leg lifted. And exhale down. Good. I say good to myself. Plant your right hand. Kick the left foot back. Point the toes. Same thing on this side. All right. So we're going to inhale, lift up. Pull the shoulders back. Heart is open. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, pull that knee up to the outside left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, lower back, butt, back of the leg is engaged. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Last one. Inhale, kick it back and hold it. Notice how I kind of want to lean in. Keep the heart lifted for this. We're going to come up onto fingertips, touching the chair, maybe 1 or 2 fingers on each hand, and really want to challenge yourself. So if you start to realize that you're using the chair as a crutch and you don't need it, then come up onto 1 finger. And if that doesn't feel challenging enough, bring 1 hand to the heart and then the other hand to your heart. Let's hold it for 2 more deep breaths. That leg lifted. 1 more. And exhale. Come on down. Then move it out. Whatever you got to do. I know it's really fatiguing in the hips, so sometimes a little goofy, gentle movement can really help. The nice thing is you guys are home by yourselves, so you can close your eyes, you can get as funky as you want to get with it. And I recommend that, because the more playful you make your practice, the better it's going to be for you. All right, so let's see, where are we at? All right, so go ahead and place the meaty part of your palms on the top of your chair. We're going to slowly walk out away from the back of our chair until the body creates a nice L shape, okay? Now, in a perfect pose, there's no such thing, but in a really deep pose like this, you would want to straighten the legs most of the way out, let the head drop down between the arms, keep the fingers active. You're sending energy out through the fingers, really keeping the forearms strong, protecting the arms. Roll the shoulders onto your back, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back, and then let the butt lift as high as you can. Take a couple deep breaths here. Pull the belly button into your spine. Stay active in the feet. Feel the feet, toes are gripping the floor, not collapsing in the arches, not rolling out to the outside edge. Got even distribution, all 4 corners of the feet. Stay with it. Let's see if we can go in a little bit deeper, reaching further through the fingertips. 1 more deep breath, and then exhale. Bend, scoop the tailbone, bending in, coming up to your chair. Good. All right. So I'm going to move my chair out of the way for this, but I recommend you use a chair if your balance isn't very good. And you will find in my yoga classes, I take the summers off. And so what we find in the class is that it takes about 3 to 4 weeks of people practicing this chair yoga practice, and their balance comes back, their strength comes back, their breath control comes back. So I highly recommend sticking with it. I'm going to start recording these classes and putting them online so you guys can just practice throughout the week. Okay? So we're going to bring the feet hip width apart. It's going to be a different width for everyone, right? So come into a comfortable position. Try to create the number 11 with the insides of your feet. Okay. Bend in the knees slightly. Let the arms roll back, heart is open. Close the eyes and take a few deep breaths in this Tadasana. So you're standing tall, your feet really active beneath you. Toes are splayed wide. The shoulders are back, but so is the head. So your ears should be in line with your shoulders, which are in line with your hips, which are in line with your heels, which are in line with your ankles. Okay. So nice deep breaths. See if you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths here. Just getting a sense of your center of balance. And maybe for some people, they'll come into this pose and they'll realize, oh my God, like I don't have any balance. And that's okay. There's a starting point for everybody. So I notice actually in my own practice that if I just take a few days off, I'm less balanced. Couple more deep breaths. Placing the focus down into the feet, see where your balance is distributed in the feet and try to even it out. Make sure you feel weight in both sides of the heel and the ball of the pinky toe and the ball of the big toe on each foot. Now, if your eyes aren't closed, go ahead and close your eyes. If you need support, use your chair so you know it's there. You just bring your hand near it or right above it or where you can touch it. So we're going to close the eyes. We're just going to slowly shift the weight. Try not to lean with the body. Just the weight is going to slightly shift to the left foot, and the right foot is going to become light and airy. So that left leg, the whole left side of the body is lifting up. It's made of earth. It's strong, it's dense, it's supportive, it's keeping you upright. Keep your eyes closed. Balance out the weight in that left foot. Make sure that it feels evenly distributed. If your eyes aren't closed, I challenge you to close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice if you feel strong. Notice if you feel weak. That's okay. We're just becoming observers of the body. Not slumping into the hip. Keep that outer hip engaged, butt cheek is pulled in nice and strong. One more deep breath. As you exhale, slowly shift to the right foot. Again, we're not leaning out to the side. We're strong, lifting up through the leg, lifting up through the arch of the foot, all the way up through the hip. The ribs are lifted all the way through the top of the head. That left foot is light and airy. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Notice where the weight is balanced in your right foot. Does it feel like you're leaning out to the outside edge, you're collapsing into the arch? And whatever you observe, that's perfectly fine, but we're going to try to balance it out. Make sure that we feel strong on either side of the heel and both sides of the toe box. A couple more deep breaths. One more. And slowly come back to center and open the eyes. I just want you guys to kick your feet back towards your butt for the knees. And let's take a couple high steps. So we're going to bring the arms up. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, bring the left knee up. Just go ahead and touch it. You don't have to stay there. You can just go right back up. Lots of control though. Exhale, right knee lifts. Inhale, open up. Exhale, left knee lifts. Inhale up. These kinds of poses actually get easier after we did that balancing Tadasana. So just notice the balance that you have or the lack of. That's okay. Couple more. One more on each side. And go ahead and come back to your chair. So we're going to come back into the seated position. Just to kind of round out all the body movements, plant yourself in the neutral position. We're going to inhale out and up. Exhale, extend out, forward, shoulders are back, down from the ears. Arms are alongside the ears. Tuck the chin so that you're long in the back of the neck. Let's take one more deep breath. And then as you exhale, drape your ribs over the thighs or between the thighs, releasing the back of your neck and letting your head hang. So this should be a comfortable position for you. If you find that this hurts your lower back or hurts you in any way, don't do it. So soften into the pose. Your hands can come down to the ground. You can hold on to your elbows. Let's pull those shoulders back away from the ears and just gently rock the head, yes. Just gently though, not overdoing it. And then nice and gentle, no. No to tension in the neck. Coming back to neutral, we're going to bring the hands to the floor on top of the feet, and then we're going to come up one vertebrae at a time. Let your hands come up the shins, curl the tailbone, coming all the way up, unrolling the shoulders at the last with the head. All right. So we're going to bring the hands forward. A little mind yoga for you. Make a fist. And the thumbs are going to touch, okay? So just like so. So you're kind of like hitchhiking both directions, all right? So keep the thumbs touching and just try to follow along. So we're going to slowly extend the pinky fingers. Keep all the other fingers in, just the thumbs are out touching, and then bring the pinkies in. Then we're going to slowly extend the ring fingers. This is a really hard one. Keep all the other fingers in. It's challenging. And then bring those fingers in. Let's extend the pointer finger, the index finger on each hand, and slowly bring it in. Keep the shoulders soft, no tension. Slowly extend the middle fingers, and bring it in. Let's make it more challenging. So we're going to extend the pointer finger and the pinky finger, and then bring it in. Keep the thumbs out. We're going to slowly extend the pinky finger and the middle finger. Keep all the other fingers in, and bring it in. Last one. We're going to extend the pointer finger and the ring finger. Try to extend the ring finger and pointer finger all the way out. Keep the pinky and middle finger in. Let's take one more deep breath. And then just relax. Shake the hands. Bring the hands onto your thighs. Sit up tall and close your eyes. So we always close the practice the same way we went in. And because we're not using the mat and laying down, this is technically like our shavasana, right? Our final pose of the practice. So let your elbows just gently rest alongside your body. Sit up tall, feel your butt bones grounding you down, and then begin to go into your breath. We're not trying to control anything, we're just observing the body. And compare how you feel now to how you felt at the beginning of class. And there might not be any shift, but that's okay. That's irrelevant. The point of the practice is that we observe the body, that we go back in and we take time to communicate with our body. If it has something to tell us, this is when we can hear it. This is when we're being quiet enough to listen. So I will be quiet with you. We're going to hold this pose for 1 minute, taking deep breaths. If you notice your mind begins to wander, just gently, compassionately bring it back to your breath. Again, if you start to wander in your mind, just gently bring it back to your breath. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. If you want to join me, you can inhale the arms up, gently exhale into the heart. Inhaling out and up, exhaling to the heart. 1 more deep breath. Exhale to the heart. Have an awesome day. Namaste. If you guys like these classes, please let me know. You can like my Facebook page and stuff. I think you can actually subscribe to the YouTube channel that I have. But yeah, please communicate, likes, dislikes, whatever you have. It'll help me offer a better class for you guys. So have an awesome day.